I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Hey, what's good? Happy Thursday. Good afternoon and welcome. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app, powered by Happy State Bank, alongside the one and only Christopher Snead. I'm Chois Woodman. Clint Scott across the way taking care of us. You can watch us on TV, Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku, whatever you got. We are glad that you've chosen to make us part of your Thursday afternoon. You can join the conversation. If you got any thoughts, comments, questions, bring those in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line through that 100.7 The Score mobile app. Take that app anywhere with you, even listening out in Burnsdown, South Carolina. Ayo Sneader.
What's up? South Cackalack.
What is that? Is that what they call it over there?
Burns down, South Cackalack.
Is that what they call it, or is that just a Sneadly thing?
No, that's South Cackalack.
Okay. I don't know. You spent some time in that. How many games have you done there?
In South Carolina?
In your SEC time?
I've probably worked 5 or 6 games at South Carolina. I've worked twice at Clemson.
Have you worked every
stadium
in the SEC so
yes.
far? So you've checked that
I've
box?
I've got that. Yes, I've checked that off.
There you go.
And by far, best stadium to work in the SEC is LSU. Followed closely by Auburn. Followed closely by South Carolina. Followed closly by Tennessee.
South Carolina's third?
South Carolina's third.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, because they put we
scare because we care.
Well, no, they'll put 92,000 in there whether they're 2-10 or 10-2.
Yeah,
and they're just as raucous, and when they're 10-2 or as they are 2-10. I mean, and I also love A&M's pretty good too. VO2. You
don't have to say that out loud.
I know.
No, we all know it.
But it is actually,
we all know it's even better to win a game there.
As an official, it's at a pretty cool place to go. I mean, from the field. Although it's one of the places I felt the most scared.
Really? For your life? Is it because the dude's holding swords?
No, because of a dude that had a laser pointer on me.
Ooh.
And, you're not sure if that's a laser pointer or is that a gun sight. And he would switch it from my head to Dak Prescott's head, and in my chest to Dak Prescott's chest, and it's kind of a scary feeling.
Well, that's fun.
Yeah, we actually had to stop the game.
What's it like to have Shane Beamer yell at you?
He's a cool dude.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, coaches are coaches, man. Coaches are going to yell at you.
I know.
The coach that doesn't yell at you is the one you worry about.
He just seems, since he's in the Beamer lineage, that he could be. I get every coach yells that he could be a little crazy or be.
No,
he's just
actually one of the guys you like.
Yeah, that was a genuine question.
He's a genuine guy you like. Yeah.
We got a whole heap of topics we're going to get into today.
You don't want to hear about the best stadiums in the SEC to go to?
We did. We went through.
Just kidding.
You went through a good list, and I asked you, so I did want to hear about it. But we do have a lot of topics to get into.
Yeah.
The scheduling matrix is out.
The matrix is here.
We knew it for 2 of them on your home and homes.
We found out the dreaded third one.
We did find out the third, and I'm not a huge fan of the whole matrix-y thing.
I understand why they gave us the third one, though.
No, I get it all. I mean, you can put narratives and reasons on all of it, but I think your away games collectively are a lot tougher than your home games. So it's not necessarily an easy draw. Everything's tough in the Big 12, but I
got to glance at it. I was in a meeting when it popped up, So I was kind of glancing at it, not paying attention in my meeting. Sorry, guys.
What? They didn't hear you because they're in the meeting.
No, the meeting's over.
You sure?
Yeah.
We will talk about that. We'll talk some more Texas Tech football. FPI has predicted a Big 12 winner. It's not Tech.
I mean,
not even close to Tech.
I think that we're going to start seeing a bunch of predictions, and Tech fans are going to start getting upset when these prediction services, these people that put their annual predictions out, are not choosing Tech.
Well, the computers are what don't like Tech. The humanoids are the ones that have picked Tech the most. The humans, minus Joel Klatt, are the ones that have Tech pretty consistently top 2 or 3 in the Big 12 conference in the preseason projections. The computers are what don't like it.
And the computers
is what you're using if you are saying we're so-and-so conference and we should have 8 teams every year in the playoff. That's what they're going off of, is like FPI.
Yeah. Why?
I don't know why.
Okay.
You tell me. I'm not the one printing things out and handing them to media members, saying, "Hey, this is why we should be in the playoff every single year."
Right. Now, FPI doesn't like the Big 12 as a whole. FPI hates the Big 12. So, and Texas Tech included on that. So we'll talk about that. Don Williams put out an article that has the the Texas Tech depth chart according to Joey McGuire. So I think that's
according to Joey McGuire.
Yeah, so I think it's pretty
It's also
interesting.
June 12th.
Oh, it's heading into the summer. It matters, though.
I know, but I'm saying it's also June 12th.
We're still talking about football on June 12th because we care.
Is according to Joey like a spinoff of According to Jim? Can we get that in the
Was
works?
that a show? What was that show? I remember seeing it CBS's According to Jim, and then that's it. I couldn't tell you anything else.
Oh yeah, it was Jim Belushi. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Jim Belushi show.
Okay, I never once watched it. Was it funny?
From what I remember,
according to Jim, it wasn't very funny.
I watched.
According to
Did
the
he
country,
die during that show?
No, John Belushi was the one.
My bad.
John Belushi died. He was on Saturday Night Live.
My bad, dude.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I mix up the Belushis. Jim's still alive? You were very adamant that.
Well, I mean,
that John's the one that died, but
he was the one that died early.
Jim's still alive.
Okay. There's an is on his quick Google search, and not a was.
70 years old now.
Wow. Actually, and this is going to be a weird take, I actually think that Jim Belushi is funnier than John Belushi.
Whoa.
I actually never thought much of John Belushi stuff was funny.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm just.
That's fine. You probably offended Chuck Hines more than anybody because the only movie I've ever heard him quote is his Animal House. But
I thought his character in Animal House was a little over the top.
Okay.
I mean,
because the Germans bombing Pearl Harbor.
Well, I mean, I like Otter much more.
That's fair.
Otter's a much, and what's his name's character there?
I don't know what's his name is, but we'll try.
I'm going to find it out here.
We have fast food fries rankings out.
Okay.
There's going to be a lot of dissent.
There's a clear first, and there's a clear second, and then there's everybody else.
Okay.
And that's.
There's that. Texas Rangers are about to get underway, so bye-bye to some of our audience. I know that.
Well, they can listen to us
But those of you who are hanging around, we welcome you, and we'll keep you updated on the Rangers.
French fry rankings for you.
We will. And we'll keep you updated on the Rangers. We have a score in the clubhouse for Ludwig Åberg at the U.S. Open. Lots of headlines to get into, including a slew of new softball players coming in.
How about that? I woke up this morning and we had a championship softball team. I was like, holy cow. That's not the team I remember last night.
It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Well, that was short-lived. Or short-lived. That's what Chuck says. 1-1 now. Twins have tied it up with the Texas Rangers. Chois, Woodman, Chris Snead, Clint Scott with you from the First United Bank studio. Y'all keep hitting us up if you'd like to do so. Thoughts, comments, questions, all welcome on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. My bad to Sean. I don't know why I said Luddy went even. He went +2. He bogeyed the last couple. I forgot. I saw a 72 on his card, and I forgot. Most are 72. This is a par 70. So that is all on me. Minister of Misinformation striking again. Shocker. So Luddy, +2. Still in the mix, but not as nice as even par. Because he was -2 for a lot. My bad, Sean, on the chat line. Bullfighter says, peace out, fellas, because Clint just hit the show.
Okay.
I think it's actually the Rangers, but
yeah,
that's all right. Whatever reason you need. Glad to have her here, but it does prove money talks and everything else walks. Mia's parents both were stars at Florida, and she left here for Lubbock. Huge.
Mm-hmm.
So Mia Williams is you know who her dad is?
Jason Williams.
White chocolate.
Yes. Is there any?
It's kind of fun.
Is there any? I mean, yeah, money talks, guys. I mean, I love Texas Tech. I love this university, but if OU or OSU called and said, "Hey, we're going to triple your salary if you'll come be our alumni director,"
I think
I just giddy up.
Snead, I think at this point you have other things that break ties. That's what the other things are for. Because if other teams are willing to match your money, then you've got good facilities, you've got good coaches, you've got things like that.
Good people around here.
So that's where you can break ties in recruiting, is those other things, your facilities, your coaches. But I mean, if it's not 1-to-1 on the money, then it's a pretty simple conversation. They want you to think on these College World Series broadcasts or throughout the postseason, oh yeah, Nyjah came here to hit, and that's not.
No,
I mean that was a contributing factor, sure, but in terms of the piece of the pie, that's a small one compared to the
there was money.
She's receiving.
There was money. There was the ability to hit. But you know what? Have you ever been to Stanford? And I mean, Stanford gets a lot of love. Their softball park ain't that great. Their baseball park ain't that great. We bag on Dan Law Field, Rip Griffin Park. We bag on how old and run down it is.
Some people do.
Have you ever gone and looked at any? Hey, go roll yourself into California and go take a look at where UCLA plays. We got high school fields in Lubbock that are better than where UCLA plays. And that's not hyperbole. We've got Friendship is playing in a much nicer facility than UCLA. Cooper is playing in a nicer facility than what UCLA is playing in. USC, it's not only is it in the hood, not only is USC straight up in the hood, but their field is meh at best. And you know what they do have? They have this room over here that's got 12 national championship trophies in it.
Yeah,
that's what they show you. They don't show you the locker room. Their locker room is. Ugh.
There's a tiebreaker there. So I think when money conversations are equal, that's when you get into the other things where real recruiting comes back into play. But and I'm not saying it's a bad thing that Nyjah Kennedy wanted $1 million, because you and I would do largely the same thing. But
and if you say you wouldn't, I'm going to call you a liar to your face. I am, like I said, I'm a Red Raider, but if somebody wants to triple my salary,
right,
let's go do that for a while.
Just like the Mia Williams thing.
Absolutely.
Florida Gator, parents Florida Gators, but money talks, and you've got it right now. Bobby Hot Dog says, why are you guys talking about middling fourth place team on Lubbock's home for the America's team, the Houston Astros?
Who is he talking about?
I don't know. Because they're not playing right now.
From the Snead line, Brennan Burns endorses this Kelly facility discussion. former Texas Tech guy from
Look.
Southern California, said he walked out here. This is mid '90s. Texas Tech came out and said, "Yeah, this is way better than anything in California."
If you just take a road trip, basically go from California across the bottom part of the country, it will go crappy facilities, getting nicer, amazing facilities. That's how it will work when you're talking about baseball specifically.
I think we all look at what the SEC has and think that that's what the rest of the world is. Have you seen the pictures of Murray State's facility?
No, I have not.
Oh, my gosh. Any of you guys that think that we play in a quote-unquote dump, a rundown dump, go take a look at what Murray State plays in. Okay? Go look at what the racers roll out there in every day.
Yeah.
And then come back and say, you want to trade with those guys?
Yeah.
Most college baseball facilities outside of the SEC are afterthoughts on their campus.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's why,
especially when you go west of Texas.
Yeah. I mean,
especially then.
New Mexico built a new facility. It's just as nice. They got to a place where they're as nice as some of the high school facilities we've got in Lubbock.
We had a championship-level softball team a week ago. People act like we didn't just lose the final game of the season.
Yeah, I agree with that. But, and the moron that posted somewhere, anywhere, that Glasgow should be fired for anything right now, just
moron.
Do something different with your life, dude.
Ooh.
Seriously. I don't necessarily know that I want to be associated with someone that thinks that ridiculously.
Someone says Rawls is better too. Okay.
Yeah.
Sean forgives me. Thank you, Sean. Much appreciated. I'm very glad about that. All right. So scheduling matrix is out. What was your initial reaction to Texas Tech's draw?
I thought, okay, we're going to get BYU and West Virginia. BYU and Houston. That makes sense. That tracks. But then I thought they're not going to put somebody that's really good. So you have three really high-end home and homes.
Yeah.
So I didn't think that they would go all the way to the bottom
all
of the
way, yeah.
But I thought we might see somebody, maybe UCF-ish.
I thought it was OSU. That's the one I thought it was going to be because you played them twice last year.
Yeah.
I thought it would be a team you played twice.
Yeah.
But Colorado's did you play them twice? No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
You just played
I
there.
had talked myself into it was going to be TCU because I didn't think they were that big of a draw, and I didn't think you got the regional side that was supposed to be a part of it and is for some. I don't think you necessarily got that. Even like your in-states, like what's the farthest in-state one you can get? And I'm not complaining about it. I just, with all of that together, I thought TCU was going to be. I thought TCU and then Oklahoma State.
Well, TCU and Oklahoma State, and
I didn't have Colorado on my radar at all.
Well, here's what I am.
Colorado's the same distance as TCU as Houston is to drive.
I'm not upset with this. Some people say, Arizona State, I'm not worried about that. Baylor, I'm not worried about that. Iowa State, a little concerned. UCF, I know they beat us here last year, but I think that's not going to happen again. West Virginia, transitional team, I'm not as worried about the home. I kind of like the way this schedule. You get one real tough game on the road, tough game.
Well,
in the away only games.
In the away only games.
In the away only. That Arizona game has got some real meat on that bone. But you get Kansas at home. You get Kansas State at home. You get TCU and Cincinnati at home.
When I look at it as a whole, by the way, the Rangers have taken a 3-1 lead.
Yay.
When I look at it as a whole, I look and say, okay, who are your best teams in this league? And going into next season, I think your 5 best teams, we'll say 6 best teams in whatever order, are BYU, Texas Tech, Houston, Kansas, Arizona, and then probably Baylor.
That's a whole new roster.
That's hard to leave Iowa State out of that conversation.
But that's a whole new roster.
Did I say Kansas?
You said Kansas.
Okay. Fine. Throw Iowa State in and say that's your 7. You've got 2 of those 7 on the road, and you've got 1 of those 7 at home.
I'm not really worried about that.
So
Because
I
if
do
you don't
think
hear-
your road overall is more difficult than your home.
But the fact of the matter is, if you're going to do the things you think you are going to do
Agreed.
this year, you're going to have to win those games.
Yeah, this is not
Home or
something
away.
I'm, petitioning the Big 12 office about or anything. I just think it's a slight tick tougher. That being said, TCU is a place you've had trouble winning there lately, and you get them at home. So,
I agree with that. That is
So that's good.
yeah.
Yeah, overall reaction is okay. It's just fine.
Tell me about French fries, man.
Okay, it's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
Thanks for hanging with us on a Thursday. You're hanging out with the bottom line on 100.7 The Score and 107thescore.com. Chois Woodman, Chris Snead in the First United Bank studio. How about another home run for the Rangers? Wyatt Langford has Texas up to a 6-1 lead. Good start there. That game going on Double T 97.3 right now as the Rangers are beating the Twins. But right now it is time for a word of the day.
I could tell you were about to forget it.
I was. I hadn't forgotten in a while, but
You were not even thinking about it.
we've teamed up with our friends at the Home Zone.
The home zone.
Give away $500 in cash money every Tuesday and Thursday. Today, Carmen was the winner.
Gottleman.
Where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Anybody?
Did you watch that show as a kid?
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
ever seen
gosh.
that? I don't know.
Did
if
you?
it-
No.
Okay.
Wow.
Choice, I'm like 19 years older than you.
I didn't know when you count your kid years ending. Like, if you're saying you're sitting there watching it in college.
I can remember watching that with one of my kids.
Okay.
Have you ever seen the live performance of that theme song on like a morning show or something? I don't know if it's the actual guys, but it's like a 4-person
No.
little quartet singing
I
it.
have not seen
and
that.
it is it's something.
So
I wanna say
Carmen,
there were 2 male ponytails on that.
Gottleman.
2 male ponytail. So Carmen won $500 today. You can be like Carmen, or you could win $2,500 when we join you out at the Soggy Dog on Thursday, June 26th. You're going over the real one. Can you mute him and actually play it again?
You can't mute me.
Yours bothers me. I don't know. It does. What was I doing? Trying to give away a word.
Yeah.
All
People
right.
are like, say the dang word.
Take the word we give you now and go type it in at doubleTSportsNetwork.com. Your word for this Thursday, June the 12th, is Timberwolves. Timberwolves.
Which fictitious high school, college, university was the Timberwolves? Movie?
Earbuds.
No.
Teen Wolf.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the
Yes,
the Air
absolutely
were
it
the
was.
Wolves.
100%.
You were right. Okay, I should have gone. Which fictitious collegiate football program with the Timberwolves?
Is that the one?
The
with,
program.
Program. That's right. Do you know the name of the university?
Bam! ETSU.
I'm
close, right?
Close, aren't you?
Dang it.
It's ESU,
ESU. Dang it.
Eastern
Not
State
East
University.
Tennessee. Eastern State.
Speaking of which, do you know where they filmed that at? All the game football scenes were filmed at this football stadium.
Death Valley.
No,
Florida State.
no,
I don't have a clue.
South Carolina.
Oh, really?
They did,
Had no
and it
idea.
shows that South Carolina because those guys were always there. So they
ESU.
loved their fans.
Okay.
So all those fans there were Carolina fans.
Whatever
Go
happened to
Cats.
that Glenn Powell thing that they filmed at Georgia?
Football movie?
A show. Has that come out?
I don't think it's come out yet. Maybe it's still in
He's like a
production?
quarterback that works his way back in.
Well, he was doing the Eli Manning thing and turning it into a show with why am I blanking on the name that he put on the makeup?
Oh, he does
on
the
the hair.
does the makeup
and
thing.
like went to Penn State or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
kind of like.
What
Did you
was
see
that
the one?
guy's-
Did you see the one where Baker Mayfield did that too?
No.
Oh, it is. It's actually. I actually kind of enjoyed it. Is when he went to the Buccaneers and
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah.
one. Yeah, it was funny. So I do think Yeah, I think I want to watch the Glenn Powell one, even though
Chad
he's been
Powers.
Kind of annoying. Chad Powers.
Oh my gosh,
It's not out though yet, right?
I don't think it is.
Okay. I want to see it. Maybe.
Talk to me about
I'll probably be
French
annoyed
fries.
by it.
French fries.
Do you really want to know about French fries?
I want to know. You got me all excited about the French fries.
You're gonna hate this list.
Here's the deal. There's a clear number one,
Okay.
a clear number two.
Give your clear number one
The clear
and number two.
one is McDonald's.
You're gonna hate this list.
Good. Then this list is wrong. The clear number one is McDonald's. The clear number two is Whataburger, and then there's everything else.
Okay. A new nationwide study ranks the best and worst fast food fries in America. So this is based off of reviews. Reviews. Like, we're talking like 15,000 reviews on this. Number one, we're going to throw this list out after.
No,
Okay.
I can already tell you this list is erroneous.
Actually, what do you want to start at the bottom or number one? Because at the bottom, at 20th out of 21,
There are not 20 French fries that are worthy of this list.
there's
about 5.
21 ranked. At 21st, Snead, is KFC, which I didn't really... Are they the wedge fries?
They have wedge fries, and like I said, they're not worthy of this list.
They're not a fry; it's a potato wedge. It's
Yeah.
different.
At 20th, they have McDonald's.
They might have fries.
Oh, this list is erroneous. Stop talking. I don't want to know
McDonald's.
anything else about this list.
You asked so much for these.
I don't want to know anything else about this list because this list is clearly erroneous. Anyone that says McDonald's French fries are not top 3 French fries it's erroneous.
I will say it depends on the timing of them.
Oh, yes.
If you
Hot
get them
McDonald's
fresh,
French
they're
fries.
number one.
Yes.
But if everyone they asked just got these after they'd been sitting out for 10 minutes, or
They're
whatever,
still
they're number 20. There
yeah.
is hit or miss quality
Yeah.
to them.
Okay, here's the top 10. Checkers or Rallies?
Okay.
Hardee's is number 9.
Oh, no, they're not.
Arby's is 8.
I was really hoping
Curly
Carl's
fries,
Jr.
maybe?
would be next.
Arby's curly fries, yeah. I'm
That
in.
should-
I mean,
be
top
higher.
10. Yeah, I can see.
Arby's is top 10.
It's top 10. Once again, when they're hot, I can tell you that. I had some
I
cold
think
Arby's curly
we
fries on the way
rank
home.
all of these at their peak, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess not, because you're not putting McDonald's at the bottom if it's the peak. 7 is Zaxby's, which I've never been to.
I've had Zaxby's. That's not that great.
It's probably the fast food place I've seen the most commercials for never living in an area with one.
This is maybe what makes this list worse than putting McDonald's second to last. Raising Cane's at 6.
Delicious.
No.
They're okay. They're
No.
not great. They're
I am-
crinkle
Crinkle cut fries
They're
are-
crinkle cuts.
Team
Meh.
Crinkle Cut over here. Give me Brahms.
No, the
Yeah.
Sonic crinkle cuts that are like battered nowadays.
Those are fantastic.
Those are legit.
They upped their fry
Yes.
game. Good for them.
I've not had those.
Do it. The groovy fries, I think, is what they call them.
Yeah, with groovy sauce.
4 is Bojangles.
I've never had Bojangles.
Only had their biscuits.
3,
That's the Southeast.
Freddy's. They've got the little
Freddy's,
thin, the thin fries.
The
Nah,
thin,
not a shoestring.
Those are
No.
good.
Not
I'm
a
in.
fan.
I'm in.
No.
2 is Shake Shack.
Shake Shack is a lesser version of Freddy's, and that's when Freddy's showed up here. There's a reason why Shake Shack's gone.
No, you're thinking of Steak and Shake. Those are 2 different things.
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of Steak and Shake. Well, still, the point is made.
And
Shake
number
Shack.
1
Oh my God.
on the fry list, they have In-N-Out.
Oh, this list is erroneous because In-N-Out is the worst burger
Can
ever.
you get them animal style at least?
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's not the
In-N-Out
worst
is
burger.
In-N-Out is awful.
It's fine.
I've never. I remember when I got a
burger.
I got a UFL game in Sacramento and I was fired up.
Go
because
back
I
to
knew that
Kansas.
There was a In-N-Out in the hotel parking lot, and I was so fired up to go over there and get that. I went over there. I ordered it the way. What are you supposed to do? The animal style or
Animal
whatever.
style, yeah.
I did all that stuff. Got it back to my hotel room. Opened that up. Took one bite. And I was like, "This is garbage. This is trash." Unbelievable.
Trash
You know where
money.
my favorite place to eat In-N-Out is? The state of Texas. I love going over to DFW and getting it. It's very satisfying.
I've never been so
can't
let
beat the
down by
price.
anything as I was by In-N-Out.
No Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. I did miss Chick-fil-A. I skipped right over it. It was 5.
Oh, what
Cane's
a
was
joke.
6.
Chick-fil-A is the most overrated fry in the
No.
game.
Waffle fries, yeah.
No, they're
Waffle
good.
fries
When
as
you
a
get the
whole are bad,
turtlebacks,
and
it's not as good.
The humpbacks,
But no,
the potato butts.
if they're salted right, man, it's legit.
The problem is they're just so
They change
they're
their-
fried unevenly,
and they
half of them
change
are
their
soggy, half
oil.
of them are overdone.
They changed the oil on those.
The bottom 5, I gave you KFC, McDonald's, Burger King, Church's Chicken, and Popeyes.
It's funny. There's a lot of places that I don't really get fries at. They're at the
Yeah.
bottom when it's the chicken places.
No Whataburger on that list?
I think Whataburger was in the
That list is erroneous.
11 to 20 range.
That list is completely fraudulent.
Fraudulent.
Hey-o.
Where did you pull that from? Let's pull that from a legitimate source.
This is from WWLP.com. It's a national poll.
All right. We'll have a Kaylee's Dailies tomorrow. She's doing a dive test right now, by the way.
Dive
A
test.
dive test.
I'm in,
Yeah.
as long as I've got gear.
See you tomorrow, boys.
It's the bottom line. Continuing next on 100.7 The Score.
Bringing you the truth, or something like the truth. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
On we go to our numero dos. It's the bottom line on 100.7 The Score, 107thescore.com, and the 100.7 The Score mobile app. Watchable on TV, Fox 34 News Now, YouTube, Fire Stick, Roku. However, wherever you're joining us from, we're so happy you've decided to make us part of your Thursday. Jamie Lentz sits to my right. I'm Chois Woodman. Clint Scott across the way. Y'all continue to hit us up if you so choose. Your thoughts, comments, questions, all of it welcome via the Yates Flooring Center chat line, which you can find on the 100.7 The Score mobile app and at 107thescore.com. You can even listen in if you're out in 9 Miles, Hawaii. That might be an island, actually. I'm not sure.
Maybe.
I think you need to go to Hawaii.
At some point.
Seems like lots of
Get
places
after it.
to walk around.
Mm-hmm.
Have you not chatted with Tadlock about scheduling a series out there?
I don't think that's his style.
Really?
Yeah.
There's fishing in Hawaii.
Yeah, but I just don't think that he's taking his team. He's not really into taking his team on a little vacay to go play a baseball game. Really not.
I mean,
like,
Sands does it all the
That's-
time.
I know. Greg Sands is doing it all the time.
it's more of a basketball thing
Or golf.
and golf. But
No.
I mean, there's a bit of a reason for it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they don't want to be tough golfers playing in the Northeast.
Never.
We're only playing courses in North Dakota and Wisconsin this year, guys.
Yeah, and the way finances are in college athletics right now, you think of baseball programs, many of them are going to get to travel to Hawaii to
Probably
play a road
not.
game.
Probably not.
Like,
Jamie.
coach, you've just traveled down to Abilene and go play the Wildcats.
Everybody
one
hop
of these
on the
is
bus. We're going to Hawaii.
one of these is not like the other.
Yeah.
Josh Young currently at the plate with a 6-1 Rangers cushion. So they are up on the Minnesotas. Might have a rain delay coming. We'll see. There's some weather moving in on the area. What do we need? Five innings? 5 complete. That is vintage Josh Young. Just put one in the gap. Right center field for a double. He's hitting the baseball pretty good.
He is. I think he's, second in the team in average, even though it's not just tremendous.
No, but I mean he's hitting about 280, which is 280 is the new 300. Did you not know that?
Is it?
I mean, or maybe it's like the new 320.
Okay.
There's not near as many people that hit over 300 as there used to be. Yeah. It's a thing of more of the past, but there's a lot more home runs flying out than there used to be as well.
That is accurate.
It is.
That is very accurate.
Here in 10 minutes or so, we will jump back into our blind projections, Jamie. We went over Arizona, in which we predicted the Wildcats to be a 3-9 team and go 1-8. I think we picked the last place team. or close to it.
Okay.
Earlier this week. We will flip it over to Arizona State today, which will be probably the opposite end of the spectrum.
I wouldn't guess last place team.
Probably not. I did see a ranking, Jamie, that from College Football Budge.
Budge.
I don't know what it is, but it's on Twitter. They ranked the top 16 wide receivers in the country. And at 16 was Caleb Douglas.
Okay.
One of our questions in our midweek mailbag, which will be posted up at doubletsportsnetwork.com this afternoon, was Caleb Douglas is a top blank receiver in the Big 12 this season, or will be a top blank receiver in the Big 12 this season. How do you project him coming into 2025? And is he your best weapon in 2025 on offense?
I think offensively, he's probably your go-to guy. I think it remains to be seen with Quentin Joyner. I feel like he's going to get a lot of touches too, but I think he's your go-to wide receiver, your biggest big play wide receiver. I do think you have a pretty balanced wide receiving core and a run game. Plus, the team has used the tight end more in recent years, so I feel like it's not just going to be, the Caleb Douglas show. But at the same time, I think he's got the potential to put up big numbers.
So, top what receiver in the Big 12?
Yeah, I somewhere around 4 or 5 probably.
So that particular list that the Twitter site put out has him as the second best in the Big 12. He had Douglas at 16th nationally. He had Jordan Tyson of Arizona State 6th nationally.
And let me say, I'm just going off of when you say where does he fall in the Big 12, not necessarily skill set, but his numbers, because I think other guys will be more featured than he will be. I
don't know that he's not going to have 1,200 yards this year. I mean, I think that is very much on the table.
I think it's possible.
12 or 1,300 yards. I think I would be surprised if he's not at least hitting the 1,000 mark this season, somewhat replacing the production from Josh Kelly. And I think, Jamie, when you look at returning production among receivers in the Big 12, where do you think he ranks on that list? Returning production from receivers in the Big 12.
I'm going to go top
I think Clinton
5.
I think Clint knows that you are correct with top 5. Go ahead, Clint.
You can check out Red Raider Recon Episode 4, where we talk about the receivers up on doubletsportsnetwork.com. Right now, he is second.
Second most production returning of any Big 12 team. You got 16 teams. That's roughly 3 starting receivers per team.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking upwards of 50 guys out there, and you've got the number 2 returning production in the league. Jordan Tyson is number 1.
I knew
in case you were wondering.
Last year that was something I didn't know, and also until I was looking at it, I didn't realize that he was 10th in the Big 12 himself.
His
year.
production from last year. Yeah,
right at 10.
Yeah, so you only had, what was it? How many 1,000-yard receivers were there in the Big 12? It was 4 or 5? 6?
I thought it was because Kelly was 6th, 7th.
Okay, and he was
wherever he was,
1,000.
that was the number. It was like 6 or 7 in the Big 12.
So my point is, Caleb Douglas, I think, can be a big-time weapon for you. But like you stated, he doesn't have to be it for your offense. Remember back when prior to last year, Antoine Wesley was your last 1,000-yard receiver, and he went for like 1,400 something.
It's crazy.
But he was really your only option in that offense then.
Yeah.
You know what's funny about that season? That was also the last time you had 1,000-yard guy, second guy break 800, third guy break 600 until
last year. I think you will have all of those things again this year. I would be surprised if your offense isn't doing that with improved offensive line and improved overall production. Now, how much supplementation of the run game will there be compared to last year is the question. Mm-hmm. So if there's not as much, you could see even bigger numbers from your receivers. It's the bottom line. Y'all bring your thoughts in on the Yates Flooring Center chat line. We will get to our blind projections, picking every game in Arizona State's schedule coming up next. We'll talk some more basketball matrix after that on 100.7 The Score.
Getting to the point, but taking the scenic route to get there. This is the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score.
The time has arrived once again to project things blindly. We do very well. Well, if the results don't matter. Jamie Lint to my right. I'm Chois Woodman. Clint Scott across the way. This is the Bottom Line on 100.7 The Score. We projected Arizona's football record by picking every single game. We're going to go through and pick every game that Big 12 teams play in 2025 over the next handful of weeks, maybe about a month or so. But we went Arizona. We're doing this mostly in order. We'll throw Texas Tech in the middle somewhere, though. But Arizona State's up next, Jamie. And we're going to give Clint the honors today. You'll go second, and I'll be the swinger.
Okay.
So you have an upside-down pineapple shirt on today?
Is that what that means?
Pretty sure.
Okay. All right, Northern Arizona is the first game on Arizona State's schedule this year. Anybody picking the Lumberjacks?
I am not.
Okay.
I'll take the Sun Devils in the Wear Gold game.
Oh, you've got their themes pulled up again. All right, at Mississippi State. This was a close game last year, if I remember correctly, and that was surprising because Mississippi State was bad.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be as close this year. I'll take ASU.
Yeah, I'll take the Sun Devils.
I will also take the Sun Devils to start 2-0. This was a close game last year in San Marcos, but this one's back in Tempe. Arizona State versus Texas State. Clinton?
Texas State without their offensive coordinator.
That's got to be it.
No, I'll take Arizona State. Does this one have a theme?
It does. It is I like how they tell you what the theme is and then tell you what to do afterwards.
Okay.
As if you didn't know. Okay. A couple of these are quite comical.
Okay.
This night will be the Maroon Monsoon.
Wear maroon.
Everyone wear
And then
white.
afterwards it says, wear maroon.
Okay.
Oh. Hey, what should we wear to the Wear Gold game?
Who you got, Jamie?
I got Arizona State.
Okay. 3-0 start. We'll agree for Arizona State. They will get off to a 3-0 start. I had forgotten how dicey of a 3-0 start it was for them last year. I mean, they finished the year 10-2, but both the Mississippi State and Texas State games were really close before they came in and played Texas Tech close.
And lost.
It won't be Texas Tech as the fourth game this year. It is a road trip to Baylor. Our most intriguing game that we've picked so far.
I think I'm going to take Baylor. Yeah, I'll take Baylor at home.
I'll take the Bears.
I will also take Baylor.
Could be a preview of the Big 12 championship game.
I hope not.
I also hope not.
I'm okay if one of the two teams is there. I just hope it's not both of them.
I went from answering this dumb set of questions. I can't remember what it was called that was emailed to me, and I picked Arizona State to be in Arlington to losing their first game.
Well, they can win a lot more. They did lose their first Big 12 game last year.
It's true. Tradition.
Reeled off quite a few after that. All right, on September 27th, it is TCU, a home game against TCU.
My schedule says it's a Friday night game.
Yes, you are correct. They did.
On the 26th.
Is the theme Friday related?
Blackout.
That could be anything.
/ wear black.
Oh. Also,
Are these people really dense or what?
No, I mean it's Pac-12, folks. So who knows? Also of note, Arizona State is one of the last to get their bye week in the Big 12. They play 5 in a row to open the season. So, if that's worth anything, TCU.
No, Arizona State. That's what I'll take.
Thank you, Jamie.
Arizona State.
I will take the Sun Devils as well. 4-1 start.
I like frogs.
On the 4th will be their bye week, 4th of October. Then the road trip up north to Utah.
Arizona State.
Jamie.
Arizona State.
I will take Arizona State, though. That one
Devin
really had to
Pierce
think
gonna
about it.
throw 76 interceptions to the Sun Devils.
The only reason I didn't pick that is because how I'm going to pick the next game. Clint, Texas Tech is next on the schedule on October 18th. Just do it.
I'll take Tech. Yeah, give me Tech.
Okay. Jamer?
I'm not sold on Arizona State, but I'm taking them to win this game.
Okay. We will homer it up and make this one a loss for Arizona State.
Sam Levitt's kryptonite.
Yeah. All right, Houston on October 25th, another home game.
Arizona State by 50 and is the theme beatdown.
Yeah, what I didn't ask the theme for the Tech game. What was that?
Hall of Fame game.
Okay.
Bring a Hall of Famer with you.
Well, they're bringing a Hall of Fame
Wear a
team.
Hall of Famer's jersey.
They're bringing a Hall of Fame team from Lubbock to come in for that one.
Right.
What's the Houston theme?
ASU Family Weekend.
Okay.
So avoid your family.
I don't think that's what it is. But it's not. It's also not the
fight
same
with your
as.
family in the stands.
It does also say wear gold.
Dumb.
It's not the same as like Arkansas Family Weekend though. That's a whole different meaning.
Ooh.
Different deal.
You picking Houston or Arizona State?
I'll take Arizona State.
I figured you would. I will also take Arizona State. So through the first 8 games of the season, we have Arizona State sitting at 6-2 collectively. Jamie's got them at 7-1. The next one is at Iowa State.
Ooh.
They've got a tough road
I should have
schedule.
looked at this schedule before we started picking.
Yeah, Arizona State's got a tough road schedule. They've got at Baylor, at Utah, and at Iowa State as their first 3 Big 12 road games. 3 of the projected favorites in the league.
I will take the Sun Devils on the road.
I'll take the Cyclones.
I will take the Cyclones. Bye week for November 8th. Then you go to November
I'll take ASU.
15th. Thank you.
What's the theme on the bye week? No one show up?
Wear nothing.
You can tell us the
That's
theme.
Chuck Day.
That is Chuck Day. Oh, boy. November 15th, home game against West Virginia. What's our theme, Jamie?
It is homecoming and salute to service, and you should wear gold.
They're going back-to-back home games of wear gold? Come on.
They are. That's boring.
That is boring.
Arizona State.
Sun Devils.
Sun Devils as well. So now we are at 7-3. At Colorado.
Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Arizona State. 8-3, and then home game against Arizona. I badly want to pick this one. Actually, I already picked it the other way.
Territorial Cup, Senior Day, wear gold.
Really leaning into the gold. That's my least favorite of the picks there.
Why is there only one maroon monsoon?
It's a good point.
And why do they not have like a...
Maybe they have good sense, Jamie, and they don't actually like maroon, but it's just part of their color, so they can't get rid of it. That might be it. Maybe it's someone that's like
They have a blackout, but they don't have a whiteout.
Maybe the person in charge of the marketing hates the Aggies.
Okay, well, I get it.
So. Evan Carter just hit a home run, by the way. 7-1 Rangers.
Arizona State by quite a bit.
By quite a bit.
Whatever Clint said.
I have to go with my pick from yesterday, so I'll pick Arizona to win.
Okay.
After Brent Brennan's already been fired.
Oh, okay. That'll be fun.
I think that's possible. So we have the Arizona State Sun Devils at 9-3 as a whole, and 6-3 in Big 12 play, which would be one game step back from last year, which I think is very possible. Where they're not dropping off big time, but
Yeah.
could take a small step back and not playing the conference title game. It's the bottom line. I have a question of the day on the way on 100.7 The Score.
This has been the Bottom Line Podcast from 100.7 The Score. Go to 100-7thescore.com for more from the Double T Sports Network.